everyone. Welcome to our bi-weekly Friday writing sprints. We have a friend this evening. We have Miss Emily Olivieri, who's linked in the description box down below if you would like to.
Thank you.
Her channel, and you should, because she has a face. Look at it. Oh wait, she's over there. Look at her face over there.
I do, in fact, have a face.
That, my friends, is a mess.
It's looking better.
It's getting there, but it's still a mess. Jennifer is here, and she's listening to the Chestnut Man and playing Pokemon Go, and that's fair.
Fair.
Cad is here as well. A bit moody today. Loved, valid, and seen. You matter. Posture check, drink some water, take care. You deserve some self-love. Absolutely.
Yes, I just
We're all
realized I'm like hunching majorly.
Ugh. But it's more comfortable.
It is.
Steeg is here. We'll be reading Priory of the Orange Tree. And she's so girthy, as he says. I struggle to read and hold her in my delicate hands. I mean, fair. Michael's here. 804 pages. Wow, that's a big book.
It is.
JC is here. Even with context. Two of your favorite people.
Aw, thanks.
Yeah. Let's do some reading. What I hear, it's party time. No, we're going to work.
Yes.
Emily just needed to be on screen so we could force her to work.
Yes. Honestly.
Tash is here as well. We already said hi to JC. Hello. What has everybody been working on this week? Where's everybody at in the process? What are they working on? What are you working on, Emily?
I am working on finishing this thing.
Mm-hmm.
I have like 100 pages left. I'm getting there. And I also have some beta reading that I need to do.
I, about 5 minutes before we got on screen, finished One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus.
Yeah. I got really excited. I thought you were gonna show Chain of Iron, and I haven't got my copy yet.
Me either, but it's okay. I did the live chat with Cassie. She answered one of my questions.
Oh my god. There was meant to be one for Australia, and I don't know if I've missed it yet. I think I signed up for it, but I haven't heard anything. So I'm confused.
I got mine as part of Barnes & Noble. I pre-ordered the book, and if you pre-ordered the book, you got to pick like a specific day to do a live stream from. And I picked today because it was with Emma Books. So I read this guy, finished it. This is our pick for the Authortube Chat book club currently. Highly recommend. And so tonight, I will be rereading Truth Witch by Susan Dennard. I read I've read 19-ish books in the last 30 days. So I need a break. And JD Ray Reads is doing a Witchlands along and doing a reread of the series up to the release of the new book in June. So I was like, I can get lost in this because I've read it 4 times already. I need to reread it like as part of the read along, but I need a break. Like I've read a lot in the last 30 days. I need a break. So
I need to read that series. That's what I need to do.
It's amazing. I'm also working on my reading planner while I listen to my book. Nice. I feel like Emily is being called out in chat.
Am I?
We're going to work. Wow, have you streamed with Em before? Yes, I have. I'm going to make her work because I have work to do.
Fair.
Hannah is reading The Midnight Library. Cheryl will be writing and a bit of reading. Lola can't wait for reading sprints. Got 200 pages to finish. I don't even know what the second words are. A Court of Silver Flames. Okay. I have
Reading
only
the
read
same book.
one Sarah J. Maas book, and that was Throne of Glass. And I liked it, and I plan to continue. But my best friend is on maternity leave and wanted to read the series, so all of the books are at her house currently. Just shipped them all off to her.
Yeah.
Cool. Grape needs someone to hold a knife to her side so she can actually write. That seems extreme, but fair. Rosalind has a hard deadline to finish writing this chapter by midnight, and it's 8:34. 2 paragraphs. We're going to do a 30-minute sprint first, as always, so you
Nice.
should be able to get that done. No. It's International Women's Day, apparently.
I thought it was the 8th. Or is it just the first Saturday or Sunday and whatever?
I don't know. I don't pay that much attention to like national holidays of.
Yeah, I forget.
Like,
it would have been
celebrate
yesterday in Australia, so.
Celebrate awesome women every day, not just because a calendar told you to.
Yeah.
Get your ducking words done. Said ducking, but not asked. You know what? I don't know if Steve has a wrench, so it may not have showed up in their chat. Who knows? Not me.
True.
When is the next Authortube book chat? It's all linked down below. I don't know when it is, but it's linked down there. I don't know when it is. We've been shooting for the 3rd Tuesday of the month, but I know the 3rd Tuesday of March is another live book launch, I think for Namesake by Adrienne Young. So I'm busy that night. So I think we moved it to the Wednesday, but I'm not 100% sure. Link down below. Information down below. There's no link. It's fine. It's totally fine. Someone sent me, you probably need the patience for that. I mean, fair.
I mean, no. Go off on them.
Don't have patience.
No. Those people don't deserve patience.
I said a really mean thing earlier in our group chat about a person, so I feel that.
Good. I am fully supportive of going off on people. If they deserve it, they deserve it.
Absolutely. Reading, working on some projects. I mean, you're not wrong. I remember this.
But also, usually if I'm alone, I'm okay. The only time that I'm really bad is when Stig is there. So, who is calling out who in this situation?
It's true.
Preparing, I guess.
I know it's a court of something. That's all I got.
A court of mist and fury.
I don't own them. I'm a horrible human. It's fine. The 8th is correct for National Women's Day.
Yes, because it's my mother-in-law's birthday as well, so I always remember.
But JC says it's Women's History Month. So fair. Been not reading for an hour. Katie, I got problems with you. Emily is in Australia. As you can tell from the darkness outside, I am not.
Yeah.
The darkness. And then everybody's yelling at Steek. I mean, fair. Hello, Charlie.
I just got what Steek was saying. Why did I always call him Aiden? Oh my god, what am I doing with my life?
I don't know, because that's not even close.
No, Steek is also not my child, so.
I was going to say, is it because he acts like your kid? Is that why it, like, comes out?
Well, they're both Capricorns, so.
That's fair.
Maybe that's what it is.
Absolutely. Deleted by Google moderators. That is interesting.
Yeah, that's rude. I've seen a lot of stuff like that recently.
clicked on something else, but it didn't go. There it went. Are you and Stig canceling each other out?
Always.
Are we talking 3 books you're reading or 3 books you're writing? Because same on both accounts.
Yeah. If it's 3 books you've started reading and not finished, I have 60 on my shelf.
I'm sorry, 60 books that you've started reading and haven't finished?
Yeah.
Do you plan to finish them, or are they just decorations?
I'm trying to. I just recounted my bookshelf, so I have 78 books that actually, no, it'd be more than 60 now. It'd be 62 books that I've started and haven't yet finished. But that includes this and another one that I'm really close to finishing. I'm going back and I'm finishing them all. I'm catching up. But most of the books on my shelf that are like haven't been read, I've started and then just stopped reading.
I sentiment with JC. What?
Yeah.
It's a lot of books.
I'm an impulse buyer. And after I buy, I then like read a few pages. I'm like, wow, this is really good. And then I put it back on my shelf, intending to go back and read it. And then I go out and then I find another book and I'm like, oh, that looks awesome. And then I buy it and then I read a bit and then I put it on my...
I couldn't do that. I need to know what happens.
Yeah, I'm good though, because I can leave a book for a really, really long time and go back to it and know exactly what's happened and where I'm at. And like I was reading, I'm trying to finish. So my backup book today is this, which I started reading when it first came out. And then I got halfway through it and I stopped reading it. And then I picked it up recently and I was like, oh yeah, that's what was happening. But that was like, it's like what, 5 years since this came out? So I read half of it 5 years ago, picked this up now, and I'm like, oh yeah, I know where I am. I also picked up a book I started reading in high school, and I was reading the last like 100 pages of that, and I was like, yeah, I know what's going on. I finished that recently, so I'm getting there. I'm making moves.
I understand. I think my brain just like turned to mush and rolled out of my ear.
I also read a lot of series. So if a book comes out in that series that I've been waiting for, I'll stop reading whatever I'm reading to catch up on that series and then go back to the other one. And then that's what happened because Sarah J. Maas kept releasing books. So I kept like reading other books while I was waiting for her books and then drop them, pick up her books, and then try and go back. And then Cassandra Clare as well. So like going between the two of them is like, yeah.
Look at this one. I don't read books. I just collect them.
That's pretty much like what those two bottom shelves are.
I don't know. I'm doing pretty good right now.
But you also have like multiples of like
a lot
certain books. Yeah. Whereas I only have, I think 2 books that I have doubles of. One of them was an accident and one of them is a collector's edition. And I actually have a third of that coming. So
there are possibly 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I have 6 copies of Truth Witch.
That's crazy.
It might only be 5. But
how do you buy international copies?
My UK copies I get from Book Depository.
Mm-hmm.
And the Serbian cover, I literally just like went on the internet and searched it. Like someone had shared a picture of it on Pinterest, and I did like a reverse Google search and found this the Serbian edition. Everyone now knows that I have a Serbian edition of Truth Witch, including Susan Dennard, who thinks it's hilarious.
Oh, really?
I bought it from a shop called I think it's just called like the Serbian shop or Serbian shop, not sure. And it was like $14 after tax and shipping. And I was like, well, if this isn't a real thing, because I had to translate the site. So If it isn't a real thing, I'm out $15 and I've spent $15 on worse shit. And then it showed up in like a week and a half. So
good shipping.
I mean,
fair.
I can't complain. You could buy the book, the Serbian edition, on Amazon, but it was like $60. And I was like, no. It's beautiful, but no.
Because I want to buy, like, I want to read Brandon Sanderson. But I hate the Australian edition of his
white
books.
Ones?
All of them. I just hate all of them. Just, it doesn't matter what series it is. The Australian ones are bullshit, and I hate them. Am I allowed to swear on your channel?
Yes, please.
Okay, good. I fucking hate them all, and it just. But shipping to Australia is insane. So I'm also kind of like, I want to buy the American covers because they're so much nicer, but I don't want to pay the crazy shipping. And I haven't seen them on Amazon. I might have to try and have another dig and see if I can find them, but it's the shipping that gets me.
You can probably get the other covers from Book Depository because Book Depository is owned by Amazon, but they ship out of the UK and or Australia depending on what you're buying. So you probably can.
I'll have to look. I don't shop online. I like never shop online. So every time people are like, oh yeah, just buy it online, I'm like, no.
Well, I mean, if it's the only way you're going to find it.
I know.
Only own 2 physical books. Okay, I couldn't do that in my life. I can't. Obviously, I have a problem. You can see it. It's behind me. More power to you, though. The Empire, the Vampire, that's the J. Kristoff one, correct?
Yes. I'm excited because vampires, but I'm also hesitant because I've never read his books before and I've heard a lot of mixed stuff.
I've read Nevernight and I did not like it.
Yeah, see, if you don't like it. No, I don't know, because we have very, like, similar taste. I think the only thing we don't agree with is Leigh Bardugo, but I'm very much alone in that.
I've only read 2 of her books, so I haven't been able to form an opinion correctly yet.
Fair. Whereas I've read 2 and I've formed a very strong opinion. But yeah, I'm excited for it because vampires, and like proper vampires, not like romanticized shitty vampires.
Renee Ahdieh, Return of the Vampire, whatever those books were called, as they were being sold as the Return of the Vampire. And then there's like no vampires.
Yeah, what book are you talking about? I have no idea.
The Beautiful.
Oh, never heard of it. There's a lot of books that don't make it to Australia.
Hi, Shay.
Hello.
I haven't seen you in forever. In fact, the other day was like, I haven't heard from Cachet in forever and haven't seen her face on the internet. And I was like, does she still exist on the internet? And I went to her Instagram page and there was a thing on there about getting people's messages and people being worried about her and that she was cool. And I was like, cool, as long as she's cool.
Yeah.
And then last night she was live and I was in bed because I had to wake up early to watch WandaVision this morning. It's fine.
Yeah, I was gonna watch that live, but I was working. And I was like, I shouldn't get distracted.
I woke up an hour early for work so I could watch it before I went to work, so I didn't get spoiled. It's fine.
Oh, WandaVision. Yeah.
Cool. I mean, you're not wrong. The Serbian shop was on the internet. Pop-up version of The Hobbit would be great. R.I.P. Australian shipping, for sure.
Yes, it's ridiculous. Yes, that's true. Also, shipping within Australia is ridiculous. I actually just bought my first subscription box recently. I got the special edition Infernal Devices from Illumicrate. But the one place where we get a decent deal on shipping is from the UK because we're part of the Commonwealth. So that wasn't too bad. the pounds thing kind of killed me a little bit, but it only made it like, I think I still only paid $120 for that box, which is nothing really to me. That sounds really, that sounds really bad. $100 is still a lot of money, but I was expecting it to be more because usually it is. And I got a flat rate on shipping. So it was like, I think shipping was like, I can't even remember how much shipping was. I don't think it was much though. I think it was like $20, which is fucking amazing. Like, I almost cried when I saw how little the shipping was going to cost because I was like, are you kidding me? So if anything, Illumicrate is something that I could get, but I don't like a lot of their collections. So, but Infernal Devices is my favorite series, so I made an exception for that.
I have been getting Owlcrate. Because I really like their, so far I've liked all of the books that I've gotten. Like, it's books that I was already looking towards getting, and I like their special editions. The stuff inside, I don't really care about, but like sometimes it's cool stuff, other times it's just stuff. I mean, sometimes I keep it, sometimes it gets passed on to a niece or something. So
yeah.
Also, Steve says that he didn't like Nevernight either. So
yeah, but that's hard because Stig and I are so like, we're either polar opposite or we're exactly the same. So I'm still really lost on it. I don't know. I don't think I'll like it, honestly. $120 FML. I live in Queensland. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty shit. Maybe the night. Ooh, I don't know what that is. There's a lot of Australian ones that are picking up because of how much shipping is from American ones. So there's a lot of Australian-based ones that are starting to come out now. And I would love to support those ones, but a lot of them only do YA, and I'm kind of getting out of the YA sphere of things. So it's another reason why I don't really get them.
I will never be out of YA. Like, it's my jam. It's my thing. Why are we so close? Please stop.
I'm just getting to a point, I think, where like, I feel stupid being like, I'm 26. I'm so old.
But I'm 33 and I still like YA. And if that's a problem for you, I don't care.
No, it's definitely not. I think it's just for me. I am also the second oldest of so many kids, so I had to grow up quite young, and I own a house and I have a child. So like all of that stuff, I'm kind of like, I can't relate to teenagers complaining about not getting a text back and all that kind of shit. I'm just like, I'm not.
I hate it when boys don't text me back.
I know, they're the worst.
The worst. I can hear one right
now. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is about it. It's something about the characters are just like, I just find them so grating right now. And even some adult books, I don't know. I think I'm just becoming even more of a bitch. So I just hate more characters than I used to, I find.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Even going back and rereading like older series that I absolutely loved, I'm like, why are these characters so fucking annoying? It's just me. I'm just a mole.
I won't tell anybody if you don't, other than the entire internet.
Yeah. Everyone watching this, reading. God.
Everyone here. Okay. I've got Baboosh, a timer pulled up. It's a 30-minute timer. I don't know why the numbers are weird, but they are. I picked a cool springy one.
Nice.
So we're going to sprint for 30 minutes, and then we're going to come back and be like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah. Oh, you know what? This is a very fitting timer because it is cherry blossom season in Japan right now.
Well, I am a genius then.
You are.
Here's praying that this one doesn't have any ads and that it ends well. This is exactly how I feel. Why does it look like it's upside down? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay. 30 minutes. 1, 2, sprint. That's our time, kids. How did everybody do? How did Emily do?
Emily wants to smash her head into a wall.
Why for?
Book is stupid. This is so frustrating.
After all those years of loving all of her books, now you're starting to hate them and wanting to jab your eyeballs out?
Yeah, pretty much. Although I've felt this way for the last 4 years, 5 years, so.
I mean, it's fair.
I don't know why I keep doing it to myself, honestly.
Because when you have read that many books by someone, you hope that you'll find that thing again. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. That's why I suffered through the last 10 James Patterson books that I read.
Fair.
Because I was hoping. I made it to chapter 4 in Truthwitch, which is where the first time I read this book, I almost gave up on it. I'm really glad I didn't. Obviously, as y'all know, I love it. But it switched point of views in chapter 4 to a character that you hadn't seen yet. And it was I don't want to say that it was a boring scene, but it was kind of like a political scene where you're starting to learn things about the countries and the people and the rulers and stuff. And I'm just well, this is a fun time. And it was just not a fun time, actually.
Yeah.
And I have learned to love all of those bits and pieces of extra things that you get in that series. So it's fine.
I think I read pretty dead on 20 pages. 20 pages of bullshit.
I'm on page 40. But I'm also listening to an audiobook, so it's a lot quicker.
Wait, you're listening to an audiobook and also reading?
No, I'm listening to the audiobook of this book.
Oh, okay.
I'm listening to an audiobook of this book while I work on my reading planner.
Fair.
I just bring it over to show it to people so they can see it.
It is a very pretty cover.
And
I don't think we have
what page I'm on.
Pretty covers like that for that series here.
Your hardback should look like this, but your paperbacks do not.
Okay. To be fair, I haven't seen anything past the second book in a bookshop in 5 years.
Actually, probably don't have that one. Probably have the UK version.
Yeah, we would.
Look, I'm just going to go hardcore. So Jennifer read 10%. Steeg read 13 pages. Not another Moss book.
Yeah.
Katie Ann read 35 pages and is getting ready to change books. You hope they get better. They never do.
Mm-hmm.
Love it or you don't. Listen, it did feel fast, but I double checked and I did not have the timer on 2 times speed this time. So
God, it did not feel fast for me at all.
Read 23 pages. Is late. It's okay because we didn't start sprinting until 9 o'clock. So we still have
I love that display picture.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. That's crazy. Who's Sarah J. Maas?
Fair. She is an author who writes lots of books. Some are good, some are not so good.
So your hardcovers should look like this, and your paperback should look like this.
Nope.
No?
No, I've never seen either of those.
Okay.
Probably like first edition is like all we get.
What about this one?
That one. Yeah.
This one.
That looks familiar. Yeah.
So you guys have the US version of that, not the UK version.
Oh, weird.
Right. That's why I figured you would have this one, because this is the UK edition.
Well, that's what I would have thought, because usually we do.
And this is the original US edition, but they recently switched out to this one.
Yeah, okay.
So.
Is that like, are they doing what this series did and are suddenly adult now, or are they still YA?
They're still YA. They had a new cover artist for the fourth book in the series.
Oh, okay, so they just
they retroactively redid the original covers as well.
Fair.
All of which, except for this one, I like the new ones better. I like the older one better on this one, and since we're here, and because we've talked about it, is this the Serbian one?
It's so pretty.
It's so pretty. I had to have it. Like, it's so pretty. It was worth it. Anyway.
Yeah. It's fair.
What rock have you been living under?
Pretty much.
I have a lot of Truth Witch. I only have 5. I thought I might have 6, but I only have 5.
I think I have a feeling they only released either up to the second book or up to the third book in Australia and then just stopped stocking it. Because I haven't seen it for years. There's
3 books. Well, because I think the last book came out in 2019. Because like the week that book came out, she had a really gnarly miscarriage, and then got a few months later, actually ended up getting pregnant and had a really hard pregnancy. And so her publishers gave her an extra year to get the next book out. And then she normally releases in February, and they pushed her back to June. So we're looking at 2.5 years since the last release.
Okay. That would make sense.
Been a minute.
Yeah. And I mean, my local bookshop as well is a piece of shit and tends to like cycle books out after they've been out for like 6 months. So even if it's like a really popular series and it's like a proper series, they'll just like, oh yeah, we don't stock this book anymore. And it's like, are you kidding me? And it's a chain. It's not like it's a lone indie bookstore. It's a chain of bookshops. It's just my local store of this particular chain that's like really bad. Because then I go to the one in the city and it's like double the size and they have hundreds of books I've never even heard of. And they have like indie books. I'm like, why the fuck does my one suck so bad?
My local indie bookstore is tiny. They have, I might have about as much shelf space as she does. It's more than that, but I mean, not by a lot. And I went in a couple weeks ago to see if she had this, which was published in 2017, and they did. So.
Yeah, I need to try and find some more. There's not a lot. Like, to put it into perspective, there's like 2 chain bookstores in Western Australia. That's it. The rest are indie, and even then there's not that many indie stores. So like that's pretty much it. Like unless you go to Target, Kmart, or Big W, which are like our Walmarts basically, there's nothing else other than the bookstores. And we only have 2 in Western Australia, whereas in other parts of the country they have like 4 chain bookstores. So it's like, why does Perth just suck so bad?
My town has, like I said, a really small indie. I don't think there are any other indies around where I live. And then the closest like chain bookstore is about an hour away. So I have to travel.
Yeah. But you're like really out of it, whereas I'm only 20 minutes from the city center.
Yeah.
So it's like, why?
I'm 20 minutes from town, but it's a small town. Like,
yeah,
I'm 20 minutes from a tiny town.
Yeah. Whereas I'm 20 minutes from a capital city.
Yeah. Our library system, though, is really huge. We have a really big library system. The library in our city has like 6 satellite branches. Most of them are at like the high schools, but they have a bunch of satellite branches in our county. And then they're connected to it's not the one that's the capital city, but a couple of the other like big cities in our state. They're connected in with those. So especially like audiobooks and ebooks, you can get a lot of things because they're such a big group of people.
I've never seen audiobooks and ebooks like in store. How does that even work? Like, do they give it to you on a USB? Like,
no, I'm talking libraries. Like,
okay, yeah,
you know,
God, you'd think I'd live in like the middle of fucking nowhere. Australia's just shit, everyone. We have healthcare, but we don't have anything else. That's all we've got going for us.
I don't know what a walk town is.
I guess that means small town.
Maybe.
Yeah, Stieg lives in the middle of buttfuck nowhere.
I mean, to be fair, I have to drive an hour to get to a Target.
Yeah. Which in America, that's, you know.
That's...
Yeah.
I am 20 minutes from the closest grocery store. That's got to count for something, right?
Yeah, I feel that. I'm about 20 minutes from my local, but that's just because our infrastructure's shit. I'm really shitting on Perth right now, hey.
I mean, first off, it wouldn't be a 24-hour plane because they have a Target somewhere closer than 24 hours away from you. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we're also out of lockdown, so. And my state's been out of lockdown for almost a year. So I can't really complain that much.
I mean, most of the United States is out of lockdown as well.
Yeah, but we're out of lockdown because we don't have any cases.
Super high, but they're not in lockdown.
Yeah, whereas we're out of lockdown because we don't have any cases. We had one scare of one security guard from a hotel that contracted the virus, and my whole state went in like crazy lockdown for a week. Like no one was allowed to leave their house for any reason. And he didn't transmit it to anyone. So we're all back to normal again. And that was the only case we've had outside of like hotel quarantine in, I think it was 10 months when that happened.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
What happens when you have actual sane people running your country? I guess, well, actually, I would say state, because my state has done really well, but over east, they haven't done that well. So, this grocery shop is 1 minute walk from my apartment, though. Yeah, but is it like, it'd be more like a corner store, really? I would say.
Sorry, I started to look for a timer and there's an ad, so my computer's just randomly talking. It's fine.
That's all right. Oh, I don't want to go on another sprint. I don't want to read this book.
Too bad. And it's a 45-minute sprint, so you're going to have plenty of time to read.
Oh, but it's so silly. I'm sorry.
Guys, we're going to torture Emily and make her read that book for 45 minutes.
No. I'll probably finish it. I'll
How much do
probably
you have
want
left?
to finish myself. I have just under 100 pages. But yeah, I don't know.
Skim read. I won't tell anybody.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to. Otherwise, I'm literally going to just... I don't even know. I'll just fucking spontaneously combust because I'm just so over this book. Stig, I thought you said you were a slow reader and you're almost finished that 800-page book. Are you kidding me?
I think he means for what he's probably got an
Oh,
amount
for today's
set for
goal.
the day.
Okay. I was gonna say that book would, like, this is 740 pages or something, and it's taken me like 2 weeks of reading it every day.
I looked at the audiobook for Chain of Iron, and it's like 22 hours.
Yeah, it's like 630 something pages, I think.
I don't know.
I'm so here for it. I'm so excited.
That's probably going to be my next read, and that's why I was like, I need a breather.
Yeah.
I need something my brain is already accustomed to.
Yeah. I need Thomas and Alistair. That's what I need. It's all I need in my life right now.
I could get behind that.
Yeah. I need it.
I mean, I don't have my physical copy yet, but it's on its way. I have the audiobook though.
I'm going to buy it tomorrow. I have to. I need to get that, like... Stop it, Katie. I need it. But I also have beta reading that I need to do. I hate Cassandra Clare. Why does she do this to me every time?
I mean,
I need it. I need it.
Listen, this is my thing, is like, you're talking about how much like you need to get out of YA, and you're like growing out of it, and you're freaking out over Cassie Clare, which is like the YA-est YA of all YA.
No, okay, all right. In my defense, where the fuck is it? Lady Midnight and the... what's that series called? Fucking Dark Artifices or whatever. I don't like that. I'm not into that. I'm struggling through that.
Girlfriend, there's a throuple. Get into it.
I'm in the end of like the first book. It's I think I'm getting to that point. I know it's been spoiled for me a little bit. So I know that's coming. So I'm kind of excited for that. But also, like, I just don't like the modern setting. Whereas I find when she writes her like period pieces, it gets more mature. The language is a bit better. The characters are more like mature. They're not acting like fucking children. So yeah. But also, like, I reread, because this is the point that I stopped reading Lady Midnight was literally the page after what's his name? Oh God, what are their names? Emma and Julian?
Yeah.
Is it Emma and Julian? Yeah.
Yeah.
I literally stopped reading it the page after the beach, if you know what I mean.
Well, girl.
I put it down and just didn't pick it up again. That's how much I wasn't enjoying that book. So...
Listen, I have just accepted that my reading taste is absolute trash, because my favorite books are Cassandra Clare books, and people are like, "Oh my God, she's horrible." And I'm like, I have trash taste. It's fine. I'm having a great time. She's making money and I'm entertained. Let's move on.
Cassandra Clare is the top end of YA, okay? Definitely.
Her character work is some of the best character work. I mean,
so good.
Plots, plot, whatever. Character work, her character work is brilliant.
Exactly. You're there for the characters, okay? And they're great, and I love them, and I'm very, very excited to I need Chain of Iron. I need it.
Can you read Chain of Gold without the other books first?
No, yes. Sorry.
You
I was
can.
gonna say no. You can.
But I would highly recommend, if you're going to read the Chain of Gold series, you read the Infernal Devices.
Yes.
Because it is the
best.
The parent. It is her best trilogy.
It's the best.
But it's also the parents of the characters in Chain of Gold. So I feel like if you read Chain of Gold and like those characters and want to go back, you'll spoil the ending of that book series. So I highly recommend reading that first and then the other. The rest of it, no.
Yeah. The modern stuff I'm getting out of, I think. But when she does these like period ones, I really, really like it. But yes, read Clockwork Angel and Infernal Devices because it's amazing and I love it so much and it's my favorite series ever. And it's the only series that I'm comfortable saying like it's my favorite. The books are like, I couldn't remember his name, but yes, Matthew is amazing. I love him so much. I'm forgetting all their names. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Look at this. You stand CWDC shows. You know my taste is trash. It's fine.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Yes, please hop on this train.
Read it. It's good.
Trash is trash, and I still like it. So, listen.
Yeah,
you people, meaning some of you people, not all of you, but some of you people watch like The Bachelor and The Bachelorette and think it's fucking gold. I'm not that dumb. So
no, I can't. I can't watch CW. I can't watch Bachelor and shit. I can't do that to myself.
Reality.
This is why I can't read YA anymore.
There's something about watching, like, as a monogamous person, there's something about watching other monogamous people who would like die if their spouse cheated on them. Watch a show where they're literally dating like 24 other people. That fries my brain.
Yeah, I get that. Cassandra Clare is definitely trash. Yeah.
Sparkle trash.
Yeah, sparkle trash. I did Spirit Fingers.
Sparkle trash. I said it and then I'm like, that's harsh.
Yeah, I think, you know what? I think the reason I like Infernal Devices so much is because it's the only book series that has made me cry.
Oh my God, I sobbed.
Like, of everything that I've read, it's the only one that literally made me, like, cry. Because I don't, like, people are crying in this book, and I'm like, why? What
Maybe
is sad?
Happens if you haven't got to yet.
No, I'm like 100 pages from the end. I've read past all the sad fucking pieces, and I'm like, I don't understand. How is this meant to be sad? How are we meant to like this character? She's literally a piece of fucking dog shit. And I'll save my rant for another time.
Girl.
It's
I was reading
the feelings I have for this book.
I was reading Sanctuary by Karen Licks, rather. I don't know why I said Karen Nix. It's Karen Licks, which is way worse. And I was sitting in the parking lot waiting for my grocery pickup, crying. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I just never cry in books. Don't even. You know what? Okay, my copy of Chain of Gold has like I got the special edition, like first release, so it has like yes, it has like the extended like a letter in the end, or like not a letter in the end. Which one has the letter in the end? Chain of Gold has the letter in the end, doesn't it?
I don't remember.
One of the editions I have has a letter in the end, and then one of them has like a scene. I think Chain of Gold has the extend, like the. I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't read infernal devices? Oh, we already said it's like a carry-on. So one of them has the wedding.
Yeah, that is Chain of Gold has the wedding at the end of it.
Yeah. And then another one that I have, it might be Lady Midnight, has the letter.
Maybe.
From someone. Both of those things made me cry like a little bitch. Like, I've never cried like that before because of a piece of fiction. And I was just like, I don't remember being this connected to these characters, but holy shit, when it's like 10 years on and they're still making me weep like a baby.
Yeah.
Like, geez.
We're in
Also,
spring
yes.
now, so you have to finish your book.
No, I was having fun distracting you by talking.
Nope.
God damn it.
Nope. Okay. Ready, 1, 2, 3, sprint. That was a pretty annoying timer alarm.
Yeah, that was very loud.
It's fine. They normally start off a little quieter, but that one had music with it, so I had it muted and had to like unmute after the timer went off, and
okay.
you know, things.
Fair enough.
Jen got 15% more into the Chestnut Man. Yes. Always read it.
How?
I'm reading at 2.75 speed right now, so I feel that.
What? I don't understand. I can't listen to audiobooks though. It doesn't work for me.
I mean, that's how I read like 18 books last month. So 16, 17, wow. I don't even know how many it was. It was a lot.
That's crazy.
What page am I on now?
I don't even remember what page I was on before.
So I am on like page 100, and I started this book when we started this live stream.
So. I think I read 30 pages. About that. I don't know. I'm getting pretty close to the end, and I'm getting pretty frustrated the further I go.
20 pages read for Steek.
Nice.
Because he's a loser, and he's got 50 more pages to go before he's at his limit for the day. Goal for the day. That's the word.
That's good.
34, I managed to get to the end of a chapter, which feels like a good sign.
Is this writing or reading? Oh, 34 reading. Pages. Yeah.
She's reading. Because she has, I think she said like 3 books that she bought yesterday that she's like in the middle of all of.
She only bought them yesterday and she's already in them. I don't understand how people can read so fast, honestly. I have no fucking clue.
Maybe not like in the middle of, but like reading all 3 of them.
Yeah. Okay.
I wish I could read it 3 times speed with my eyes. You can, but what you have to do is you have to have the physical book and then the audiobook on 3 times speed and then watch the words go by.
See, that I could do.
That actually is how I made it through. What's the last book in the Dark Artifices? Lady Midnight, Lord of Shadows, Queen of Air and Darkness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Isn't that the middle one? No, that's the last one with the chick on the cover and the one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, wait. Maybe. I don't know.
I can't read it from here. It's too far away. Yeah. Anyway,
I think it's Queen of Air and Darkness.
That was how I finished it because I was finishing it like before an event or something, and like I wanted to have it done, and I was like way behind. And the narrator is I can't think of his name right now, but it's the guy who plays Spike in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Sure. Yep.
Marsters. Yeah. He's the narrator, and so like I turned it up to like 3 times speed and just like went along with the book. I was like, okay, I can read this. Yeah. It was great.
I think that's the only way I would be able to listen to an audiobook. Because I don't know, for me, when I listen to it, it just doesn't stick. Oh yeah, we were talking about that before. God damn it, Katie. English degree, yeah.
Here's a good
I'm
one.
I'm a high school dropout, so that's my reason for being a slow reader. Leave me alone.
JC typed the end on her novel in that sprint. Excellent.
Yay! Congratulations.
Congratulations, 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 congratulations.
That's so exciting.
Yes. All of the things.
So exciting. Oh my god, I just want to be done with this damn book.
How many pages do you have left?
Not many. Maybe 40. No, it'd be more than that. It'd be like 50 pages left, I think. I don't know. I can't be bothered doing maths.
Okay, but it's
60.
like what? 1 o'clock for you? Noon?
No, it's 11:45, midday.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't do that math either. Anyway, you've got all day. Like, just read like 10 pages an hour.
Even
and you'll
that,
be done.
it's too much. Nah, I'll get it done pretty quick. It's pretty easy reading, at least. It's just that I'm not enjoying what I'm reading. And it's just dragging. Like this ending didn't need to happen. And she's like squished it in, so it's like not living up to its full potential that it could have if she'd actually taken the time to write it and make it interesting. So it's just hard to read because it's one of those things where you're like, this could have been really good, but you got lazy and filled the book with a bunch of other
200
bullshit.
pages too long, right?
Oh, it's like 400 pages too long. This book is 700 pages and most of it is just fucking nothing and it's driving me insane. Sorry if anyone likes this book, by the way. Like it as much as you want, enjoy it, love it. I'm just personally not. So it's all my personal opinion. If you enjoyed this book, power to you. I am not you.
I always say, like, to each their own. I typically really enjoy YA fantasy, even though I'm 33. Some people like it, some people don't. I mean, that's up to you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've read her whole backlist, except for Crescent City. That was a piece of dog shit. But, and that was adult. It's her writing and where it is right now. Everyone loves my book rants. I don't know what is happening. I think they're giving her too much power and they're not editing them to the point where they should be. I think if this had a stricter editing done to it, it would have been fine. But
they need to do the same thing they need to do with Cassie Clare and edit it the way that they would edit a 3rd book in a series, not a 13th book in a series. Because at this point, they know that it'll sell regardless of what they put in it. So they don't cut it the way they would anything else. They don't make them put I don't want to say they don't make them put the work into it because I know it's hard work regardless. But I feel like they don't do as much of the back end as what they would if it was a debut or a 2nd novel.
Yeah. Yeah. But they've definitely given her, like, I think, too much leeway with it. That or the editor is getting too comfortable and is just like happy to leave stuff in because there's so much in this book that's just repetitive. Like someone will think something and then another character will say exactly the same thing in the dialogue and it's like, really? You didn't want to cut that out there, that bit of repetition? No? Okay, cool. Yep, fine. And it's just the whole book is that and it's driving me insane. Look, if you enjoy these books, awesome. I DNF'd Crescent City at 275 pages of a 900 page book because it made me so angry I wanted to just end it all. So I did not. That fucking that book makes me so angry even now, like a year on. I can't handle it. But yeah, a lot of people are enjoying it and, power to you. It's just not for me. It just hasn't done it for me.
That's okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I get very passionate and angry about this book.
I'm sorry. Did you hear me talking about The Bachelor earlier?
Yeah, true. Fair.
How mad you get with HP5, the movie or the book? Curious.
Yeah, because the movie was Jesus. Yeah, see, okay, what Lola said about Crescent City, it does get better the further you go. Yeah, but I'm not going to read 500 pages of bullshit to get to the good shit. I already read 275 and I just...
Oh, this is a turn of events, Jennifer. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know if we'd be friends anymore. It's my favorite book.
It's not my favorite, but it's not the worst.
It's my favorite book of the series. It's my least favorite movie of the series.
Oh, yeah, definitely. The movie was crap. But, nah, my favorite's Prisoner of Azkaban.
Everyone's favorite is Prisoner of Azkaban.
I love it so much. Even the movie, I love it.
Okay.
Love it.
Goblet of Fire, the book and the movie are both really good.
I don't know about the book. I think some of it dragged on. Some of the trials were a bit...
Fair enough.
I think I didn't like the 7th book.
If you can't hook me by 150, it's being DNF'd. That's a fair adjustment.
That's where I'm at in my life.
I feel like if I'm 10% in and I'm not enjoying it, I'm not going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
To be fair, though, I did read 50% of Circe by Madeline Miller earlier this month. I would have DNF'd it earlier, but it was, I think Wallace actually picked it from my Patreon picks, and that was like the book that she picked for me to read this month or last month. And I was trying to push through it, but it didn't happen.
I'm iffy on reading that now. I wanted to. But that's what's getting me with this is like, if I wasn't enjoying it at the start, I would have DNF'd it. But then there's something about it that I've enjoyed enough to continue reading it. That, or it's just really easy to read. And I can't tell what it is. Because I'm at this point where there's been enough good stuff that I've kind of enjoyed it. But there's also been an equal amount of bad stuff that I don't like it. And they've kind of canceled each other out and I feel nothing. So I just don't... I'm confused, basically. My brain is just like dead.
I think it was the Devouring Gray, which I think Katie really likes. Or maybe that's
someone else with a K name.
Yeah, it might be. It might be Kristen. I might be way off. But I thought the characters in the plot were just kind of like okay, but I really enjoyed the book. Like I had a great reading experience. Like it was a super fun time, and I just like flew through the book, and it was great. But the work was just okay. So it's like you can have a different reading experience to the actual material of the book. Completely.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like there's
not me. You're right. It was Kristen. I'm sorry.
Yeah. There's like there's one action scene in the middle of this that brought me so much joy, and I enjoyed it so much, and I loved it so much, and then it went straight back to like boring nothing shit. And I was just like, but why? Like, I don't...
You need a reason to keep going in the middle of the book. You need one action scene in those 900 pages.
It's just annoying because I think, like, I enjoy her writing style. Like, it's not, like, you know, poetic or anything, but it's the kind of writing that I enjoy. It's very similar to my writing. And, like, I've had my book compared to A Court of Thorns and Roses, I think, for the style of it. It's very similar. But the plot of this is pretty much the plot of A Court of Thorns and Roses, like the trilogy squished into one book, and with Nesta as the main character. Like, that's it. So it's nothing new. It's just the same shit, different person.
Oh, that's not my jam.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's like, it's familiar, and that's why I'm reading through it so quickly, because it's familiar to me, because I've already read it all, I'm just reading it through someone else's perspective, and I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm just not.
I, on principle, will not read something that is from someone else's point of view. Like if it's part of like the book itself, like if you get, you know, one character and then you switch point of views and you get part of what, like an overlap a little bit, not like the whole thing again, but like some overlap. I can go with that.
This is a sequel, but it's following the same plot points.
I can't do that.
Yeah. So it's like I'm rereading that same series, but it's not. It's meant to be different, but it's, you know, like she's just recycled all of it.
Well, and I've also heard people say, which again, I haven't read any of them, so I don't know. But I've also heard people say that Crescent City was basically like that same series, like same characters, just in a different setting with similar.
It's like she's taken her other two series and blended them together, and there's characters that are like exactly the same. That's why I can't read it, because I've read all of Throne of Glass. I've read all of A Court of Thorns and Roses. Like I'm up to date in both of those series. And then reading Crescent City, I was like, okay, so we have Aelin again. We have Rhys again. We have fucking Lucian again, just emo. Like it was like, I can't handle it. It was too much. Whereas my friends who haven't read Throne of Glass and everything absolutely fucking devoured that book and loved it so much. And I was like, for me, it was just repetition, and I can't handle that.
So what you're saying is I should skip the two really long series and just read Crescent City and only have 900 pages to read instead of like 20 books.
Pretty much. If you can handle reading 500 pages of nothing to get to the plot. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It's literally like she's just taken her favorite bits of the trilogy and then like just spat them back into a Word document and changed Feyre to Nestor and changed Rhys to Cassian. Like,
so what you're telling me is she's the Nickelback of the publishing world.
Yeah. Yeah. That is a really good, yes. That's exactly what she is.
Because if you think about it, when Nickelback started out way back in the day, in the early 2000s, everybody loved them. They were like, this is so great. And then they started making the same song. I come from a background of the recording industry, and that's why this is what clicks with me. So I actually did like a study on the similarities in their chord progressions and all of this fun stuff. So like they basically just took like the same 3 chords, and then like that's why they have songs that you can't, like, you have to sit and wait to see which one's starting because they're so similar.
Yeah.
And then at some point, like, we all caught on and we're like, if you like Nickelback, you're a loser. Like, you're a total douchebag. Also, some of that's because Chad Kroeger is a fucking douchebag. But like now, if you like Nickelback, you're a horrible person. So is she the Nickelback of the publishing industry?
I think she is, because that's pretty much what she's doing. Like, I can guarantee you every single series that she writes is going to have exactly the same characters, just with different names and maybe mashed up differently.
I wonder if there's someone out there who has like read all of the books, if they've done like a challenge, like do a reading challenge where someone like reads lines from one of her books and just like blank out the character names and see if you can tell which series it's from.
I can tell you right now, no one will be able to tell the difference between Aelin and Bryce. Absolutely no one. Or Selena. Sorry. I always say.
Or like, what would be even better would be like a true or false, and like have you read it with a character's name, but some of them be the actual character and some of them be the one that you think they resemble from a different series, and you have to say if it's actually them or if it was not them.
Yeah.
Someone out there on the internet, get on this.
Like, true or false? Bryce is a piece of shit. True. Aelin is a piece of shit. True.
Because like I haven't read them, so I can't do this, but it would be awesome. Like, that's something I would watch. Like, that is legit something I would be like, all right, I want to watch this.
Yeah, I could do that if I finished reading Crescent City, but I don't hate myself enough to do that.
I should talk to Bethany about it because I know she's read them all, but she's also enjoyed them all. So
yeah. I mean, look, I'm good for people who enjoy it.
I mean, listen, that's the thing. They're so catchy.
Yes.
It's like, it's the same thing. It's like, it's
yeah.
so catchy and you get into it. And then like afterwards, you're like, man, that was awful, but I loved it. And it just, man.
Yeah.
It's
exactly the same. Yeah, exactly the same. That is honestly the best comparison anyone could ever make. Sarah J. Maas is the Nickelback of the publishing world. Yep.
Oh, from someone who's only read one of her books, that's pretty rough, but I'm rolling with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
God,
I could rant about, look, as much as I do bitch about Sarah J. Maas, I've obviously read all of her books. There's clearly something I do like, and I do like her writing style. It's the content of the writing style that kind of is the parts that I don't like.
One of my reviews of Truth Witch is that I felt like it was so predictable. Like the first book itself was really, really predictable. And I feel like if you are someone who loves a book, you are more able to bring out the negative aspects of it because you are going to be more, I don't want to say honest, but like more aware of its downfalls because you didn't hate all of it. So the things that you disliked are going to stick out more.
Definitely.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I can look back on Infernal Devices and be like, yeah, Will Herondale is a fucking asshole. But does that make me love him any less? No.
No.
I still love him, but
Herondale and we love him.
I do really hate Jace though. Jace is the one character that I really just can't.
But he's a Herondale and we love him.
Yeah, but do we?
I do love both movie and television editions of him. Book edition.
Ew. Oh, but you like the actor, so
yes, ma'am.
That movie was terrible.
First off,
makes me sad.
I had never read the books before I watched the movie, so I love the movie. I rewatch it all the time.
Wow.
Yeah, that was my introduction to the world, was the movie.
Oh my God. That's so weird. But also that was just a terrible movie in general.
It was amazing and I love it. But you have to understand, like, I also love Vampire Academy and everyone hates it. I love it. It's so good.
Like the books or the movie? The movie was terrible.
The movie. I love that movie.
Really? Even my friend is the biggest Vampire Academy, like, super nerd. And even she is like, I fucking hate that movie. I'm like, it's terrible.
That movie is amazing. It is a cinematic masterpiece. And I know it word for word. I've literally seen it so many times. I know every word of that movie.
Wow. I'm impressed.
I also watched that movie before I ever read any of the books. So.
Oh my God. No.
I love it. They are very different things. Like, I love the Vampire Academy series. It is one of my favorite series. I love it. They're very different.
Yeah.
Because, like, Vampire Academy, the books are very dark and gritty and creepy.
Yes.
But the movie is very like
stupid
slapstick comedy, and I'm here for it.
So bad. I remember when that like, because all of my friends read the Vampire Academy books. Like, that was our Twilight for my, like, friendship group. So when that movie was coming out, we were, like, onto it. Like, the second that casting was announced, we were, like, searching who they are and, like, all that crazy stuff. And then we saw the movie and we were all just like, God damn it. It was so bad.
I think,
but I didn't finish reading the book, so.
I also, this is blasphemous in the entire world. I also enjoy the Percy Jackson movies. Everyone hates those.
Love
Even
the Percy
Rick
Jackson
Riordan
movies.
hates the movies, and he's making
You know
money
what?
off them bitches.
Rick Riordan, I was going to say something very mean. I won't say it. But you know what? I fucking love those movies. And I don't care who knows it. Logan Lerman,
I watched those before I read the books. And after I read the books, I was like, wow, I wish the movies had been more similar to this.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I did
still love the movie at the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
when I'm worried for Disney redoing it, because I'm like, Logan Lerman is Percy Jackson. Like, what are you going to do? No one else can be Percy Jackson.
I mean, he could voice Percy Jackson. I think they're doing, is it an animated?
Oh, is it animated? Is it? Oh my God.
Or is the King Chronicles the animated one? Fuck, I don't remember.
I don't remember. But if it's animated, I'm so excited because Disney's animated series, like Star versus Star versus the Forces of Evil is like one of my favorite shows ever. It's so good. Percy Jackson movie was trash and I didn't read the books until eons later.
But he also thinks the book is very overrated.
Stig.
I mean, I can get behind this. I can get behind being Poseidon in the show.
Yes. Definitely. I would be happy with that. I just need Logan Lerman to be in everything, please.
That's how I feel about Jamie Campbell Bower. Like, I need him to be in everything. I just want to listen to him talk. Like,
ew, no. See, the first thing I saw him in was Sweeney Todd, and he was terrible in that.
Amazing.
Oh no, I hated him. And then he was in Twilight, and I was just like, oh, it's all going downhill, man. I can't do it.
I have met Jamie 3 times.
Really?
Oh yeah. He is super nice. The last time was 2019, I think, when they were on tour in the States. And he was just like walking around in the crowd, like talking to people randomly, like, and he does that, like before a show, he'll just like walk around and talk to people, and he's very polite and very like all about his fans. Since he's been sober, he was a dick wheel prior to, but he's been sober for like 6 years. So, but his voice, like when he talks, it is the weirdest thing. Like my best friend and I go on to Jamie Campbell Bower rants. I apologize. My best friend and I went to a show in like 2017, 2018, somewhere around abouts in there. And we did like a meet and greet before the show. And so like we did our meet and greet part. And then there were like, you just got to like hang out and talk. And he was on the other side of the room and you could hear him talk from me. Like it vibrates through the room. Like it's like his voice is so low that it just like you hear it. Like it's so weird. I've never heard anybody else's voice travel that way.
I feel like I need to like look up a recent interview because his voice in Sweeney Todd was not low.
Well, he was also like 15 or 16, so
pretty sure he was like 20.
I don't know, but he was 20 and hadn't hit puberty yet. Okay,
yeah,
I think
probably
I was 20, and he's a little bit younger than me. So, listen, I'm gonna look now.
God, I forget how long ago half of this stuff was.
The internet says that. Somebody wants to know who he's married to. He's not married, but good try. Why is that the number one answered question? Like, Jesus Christ on a cracker. So Sweeney Todd was 2007, which means he was 19.
Yeah, so I was close. You
were closer than I was.
Yeah.
Right? 2007? He was born in 88? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he is able to change his voice at will. I don't know.
Jennifer said it could have also stuck out. Wait, I'm going to pass out. I'm going to pass. Yeah, okay. I'm going to pass out is how I react to that. Really? I love Logan Lerman. I think he's a very, very beautiful man. I also really liked his Musketeers movie. That was like
I love that movie.
Bomb. I fucking love that movie
watched
so
it
much.
Like a month ago.
Oh, really? I love it so much.
My best friend had a baby.
Salt and pepper hair double. Hang on, I am Googling what Logan Lerman looks like right now.
Oh yeah, he's looking pretty good right now. Sam, we're talking about the attractiveness of Logan Lerman and Jamie Campbell Bower. So like, I have a type clearly, but also,
oh my god,
right?
Why? Okay, yes, he has to be Poseidon. He has to be in it. If he's not in it, I'm gonna actually lose my mind. Why? This isn't fair.
Unless he doesn't want to be in it. Like I don't want to force people to do things they don't want to do.
No, he has to be in it. I'm forcing him to do something he doesn't want to do.
I'm clearly nicer than you, obviously.
He is an extremely beautiful man.
He's a very attractive man.
He is. I don't say that very often, but like, he is a very, very beautiful man. And he's just gotten better.
Well, see, that's the thing, is that men do get better over time.
Yeah.
Like, they age really well, and they're very attractive. And then, like, women aren't allowed to age, so.
Well, you know, we say that, but I mean, have you looked at Jane Fonda recently? Because, whew.
I haven't, actually.
She is 80. I didn't know that.
Holy schnickel-doodles.
Yeah, she is damn fine for 80.
Now I'm over here looking up Logan Lerman myself. I forgot about these. Like, I haven't seen recent photos, pictures, but I forgot.
Like, he's like exactly what everyone thinks Australian men look like. That is not what Australian men look like.
No.
No. But that's what, like, that's when people describe, like, Americans romanticize what Australians look like. That is exactly what I pictured. I'm like, where are they? Because I see none. They're probably all over in Queensland, actually.
I feel like everyone pictures, like, different, like, you picture all of the men as, like, one archetype of man, and that's not how it works. Because
it's not.
You know, it's unspoken in the world, but women demean men down to how well they look just as much as men do to women. We just aren't as upfront about it in, like, all of the industries of the world. Trust me, those women oogling at Magic Mike are just as bad as guys that are watching movies. I'm just saying.
Yes.
So we all think that, like, all men should look like this. They don't.
No.
But boy, is he attractive.
Yes. We can admire from afar.
We can admire. I mean, if we're admiring from afar, I'm admiring, like, Tom Hiddleston and Henry Cavill, and there's a lot of them that I'm admiring from afar. Yeah.
I've been watching WandaVision recently, as I'm sure many people have. And I tell you what, Paul Bettany, I've always known that I had, you know, a thing for Paul Bettany. But then watching him in WandaVision, I was like, wow, I really have a thing for Paul Bettany.
A Knight's Tale, like, girl.
Yes. Inkheart. Yeah.
All right, Michael was right. It's a party.
It is a party. I haven't even been... Yes, Samantha, you do have to Google.
You look like the Hemsworth boys. But I mean, to be fair, the oldest Hemsworth brother, not as attractive.
He doesn't... Really? I feel like he's like, I don't know. I guess I like guys that just are really average. Yeah.
Absolutely average.
They just
Okay.
look like, dad
Also,
bods.
to
I'm
be
into
fair, like super bulked up, Chris Hemsworth is not my thing. Like, I don't like.
No.
I am a short, overweight white woman. Like, I am not going to be confident standing next to a man that looks like that.
No.
I have to date men that are taller than me because I'm big. I don't need them. I don't need to feel like I'm going to crush them with my hands. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but the bulky, like, if they don't have a neck, I'm out.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. See, I think like Thor in the first Thor movie, that was a bit too much. There's too much definition. But like then when they start bulking, but they also like kind of put on weight, like Henry Cavill level where it's not so defined, then I'm like, okay, I'm happy with muscles. Like it's fine.
Tom Hiddleston as Loki, yes, but also in Kong Skull Island. Girl. Having a rough day. We used to laugh about how, like, my friends used to laugh about how I don't have a type because literally just like it's whatever. Like there could be like the weirdest archetype of man, and I'm like, that one out of the 87 other guys, it's like that one. They're like, no, you totally have a type. I figured out what my type is. It's guys with swords. That's my type.
Yeah.
I figured this out watching the Fate, the Winx saga. Because I've watched it 4 times now. I have a problem.
I haven't watched it yet.
It's horrible. I've watched it 4 times.
Okay.
I keep telling everyone to watch it because it's so amazing. It's sparkle trash, not shit trash.
Okay.
But like, there's like a scene where like the guy who is way too young for me, he's like 22 in real life. I had to look to make sure that I was oogling someone that was age appropriate. Because sometimes with those teenage drama shows, you don't know, and I don't want to vomit later. So, like, he's not that attractive throughout the show. He's just kind of like, okay. And then there's like a scene where he's wearing like some like Kevlar armor and he's got a sword hilt sticking up over his back. And I'm like, fuck, it's the sword hilt. That's what does it for me. The sword hilt sticking up over the back. That's what does it for me.
The second you put a medieval weapon in a man's hands, their attractiveness goes straight to like 100,000.
It's over for me.
Yeah, I get you.
I have a type now. I figured it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, absolutely.
Yeah. Honestly,
I'm gonna need to know what a himbo is. Is this like a for real definition? Because I'm old.
I'm pretty sure it's like male bimbo. So like they look good, but they're stupid.
I can't do that. I need them to have some intelligence.
Yeah.
Like, if they're gonna be stupid, they need to be like 25 or under, and I need them to have their mouth duct tape shut because I don't want to listen to them talk. Just stand there and be pretty.
Yeah, that's fair. It's fair. Your type is the sword.
It might be.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what though? It could be the sword because I'm really also into Jamie Alexander in the Thor movies. That really does it for me too.
Jamie Alexander, who's that?
Lady Sif.
Ah, yes. Yeah.
And women aren't my thing. So maybe it is the sword.
It could be, but also I'm not the best because women are my thing. So I'm like, I'm stuck. I can't help you there.
Happy weekend. I'm sword sexual. I need to put that in like all of my dating profiles that I don't have.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll find
must have medieval weapon collection.
I have a medieval weapon collection.
Why have we never seen this?
It's not real medieval weapons. Like they're not from medieval times because who's got that kind of money? But I have like a small like knife and dagger collection.
I want knife and dagger collection?
Thought it was the men, it was the swords. I mean, I can't get there from here. They're all on my altar, so like, you know, hanging out. My niece likes to play with them because she's old enough to now. She's, God, how old are the girls? 15. So
yes, that is an appropriate age for sword handling.
Now. You know, people always put things up from children. I have had swords and knives out at like knee height the entire time the kids have been growing up, and they just know they're not allowed to touch my stuff. And it's never been a problem.
Yeah. Some people are just not good with discipline with their kids.
You know. Yeah. Put that in there. See what happens. I will tell you, I was in reading, let me find it. So One of Us is Lying. So one of the guys actually has like a lizard, like a Komodo dragon. And he invites a girl over and he's like, you could just look at my lizard. And he was like,
why would you have a Komodo dragon as a pet?
I don't know if it was like a bearded dragon, maybe.
Oh, okay. Beard, that makes more sense. They're like
that makes more sense.
An appropriate size. Komodo dragons are huge, and they're like really deadly to humans because they have bacteria in their mouths that could kill you. Oh my god.
It's a dragon, okay? My point is...
Sorry. I'm definitely afraid of lizards. So like...
It's not a lizard.
The idea of someone having a Komodo dragon in their house, I'm like, ah!
Bearded dragon. My bad.
Bearded dragon. Okay.
He has a pet lizard. It could be a gecko for all I know. I don't know. Yeah. But he invites a girl over and he's like, you can see my lizard. And then was like, that came out wrong. I have an actual lizard.
It's in the aquarium over there.
Right.
Aquarium? What would you call it with the lizard in there?
I mean, they do call them aquariums, even though they're not aquatic.
Yeah.
There's not a little bit of a difference. It's the same thing. Gosh, Sam. Listen, the last guy that I was talking to on a dating app, like a decade ago, because that's how long it's been. He was like the perfect guy for me. Totally into weird, like Renaissance-y stuff, and it was like wonderful, and he was so polite and kind and amazing and married.
Yes.
His wife was cool with it. I was not.
Fair. The whole monogamous thing.
Yes. Yeah. I don't share well.
Yes, terrarium, that's it. Isn't that for a plant though? Nah, probably the same.
Listen, it's a glass case where you control a pet's life, and if you don't feed it, it dies.
Fair.
So it's a coffin.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind someone who collected katanas, but honestly, it would be me. If I had the money, I would collect katanas. So
every time I go to the Renaissance Festival, I have to talk myself out of buying the giant swords because one day it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
I'm going to be in trouble.
I'm also an anime fan. So for me, it is also extremely hard when I go to like cons and stuff to not purchase the oversized anime swords. Hello.
This is Dada's present.
It is. Where is Dada?
Dada's office. So look at it.
Wow. Who is it?
It's Link.
It is Link. That's right.
And look.
You got Vegemite on your face.
And there's all of the Marios and all of the Links.
There is.
There's 3 of them.
There is. That's right. Good counting.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Good job. Well done. Oh, thanks.
I was just telling the mama.
Right, come on.
Here, do you want the link? Thanks.
And there's the mustard sauce. That's like the mustard sauce, and all like the same.
Oh, cool.
With that, use the oven.
He has shorts on.
He did have shorts on. I was very clear. I was like, you either put shorts on him or you make sure he doesn't come in this room. Sorry, earlier my son was running around in his underwear, so I was like, he needs to wear shorts.
Because Sam says, it is Link.
It is Link. I also have, oh, you can't really see it. I have this thing. My son had a Legend of Zelda birthday party this year, and I made this thing, and there's like heart containers, and there's fairy jars, and there's like a Hylian shroom, and like all this other stuff. I handmade a lot of Zelda decorations, and it took a long time, and it was very tiring because I put way too much effort into them. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. I mean, Samantha, she'll get what I'm saying. I hand painted a Sheikah tower, a Sheikah shrine, Urbosa's shield. What else did I do? Fairies. There was something else. My partner painted an eyeball, a Ganon eyeball. I handmade all of those little hearts. There's like 4 on there, and there's like another one. Hand painted all the shrooms. It was a time. I also made monster cakes. It was a lot.
see, I make or I used to. I haven't done it in a while. I used to make like really elaborate birthday cakes for the kids. And I think probably like the most elaborate one was, okay, I have made a dragon. I made a dragon. I've made like an entire princess castle. But I don't go into like hand making decorations. Like I'm more of like a cake sculptor, and then I buy decorations to put on it.
Yeah. See,
but us together,
you can't buy. Yeah, we start a party business. I'm telling you, you can't buy Zelda decorations. They don't make them, so I had to make them. I had no other choice.
I did Mario Kart Rainbow Road style one once.
Ooh, that's cool.
Where they have like that, like the galaxy. It was like huge at the time, where you like poured the stuff over it and it like made it look like it was a galaxy.
Oh, the
glazing.
Yeah,
the glaze. So he did that, and then had some kind of like a sour candy that was rainbow colored, and made like racetracks over it, and then just bought like little Mario Kart figurines and stuck them on there.
That's cool.
It was one of the easiest ones, and the kids hated the cake. They said that the gel stuff, they're like, it tastes like Jello on top of cake, and I'm like, because it is.
Yeah, my mum made like a proper like life-sized Hylian shield as the birthday cake for Aiden, and it was giant and it was heavy and it was a lot. It was crazy, but we went like all out. They were the fallings. Yeah,
I mean,
that's cool. Yeah, I'm a huge Breath of the Wild fan, so I fully support the obsession that he has with Link right now. Hey, if America becomes more safe and Australians are allowed to leave the country, I will happily.
It's never
I will come and I will sit and I will make Link and Zelda birthday decorations. It was fun, but it was a lot. Yeah. I also left it last minute. Oh, I also handmade his costume as well. So I handmade a hat, shoe covers, and like the t-shirt.
I remember the shoe covers, like one was different than the other one. Like one was really good and the other one was like,
The other one was shit. Yeah, that was really annoying.
I remember that. I'm telling you. It's just like I used to do it before I was medicated. I did it as when my anxiety was really bad. Like I would just go to the kitchen and bake, and because I was trying to figure out like these intricate like ways to sculpt a cake into a dinosaur, it took my brain off of the anxiety aspect of it. But since I'm medicated now, I don't really feel the need to like go and bake anymore. Which is good because I'm not eating crap tons of cake and cookies all the time. But you know, it's fine.
Yeah.
Steve wants you to remember that you're going to Scotland first.
Yeah. Scotland, then America. Okay.
Why?
I also have to go to Japan. Oh, because he wants to go to Scotland. I also want to go to Scotland, and we also need to meet. So.
Oh.
But I also don't want to go to the middle of buttfuck nowhere in Norway. Though I do want to go to Norway, so.
I want to go to France now.
Fair. I also want to go to Japan. Yeah. Japan is like top of my list.
I'll go anywhere but here.
Yeah.
Can I never leave my house again? That would also be great.
Yeah, just pick up the whole house and just I need like what's that Slavic Baba Yaga? I need Baba Yaga's house so it can just have chicken legs and like walk me away. Although in the myth I actually think it's the bathtub that has legs. I don't think the house has legs. Or maybe the house has chicken legs but the bathtub also has legs.
I don't remember.
It's been a long time since I read that, but I'm pretty sure that's kind of what happened.
Okay.
Yes. Zelda party in Scotland.
Scotland Zelda party.
Yeah.
Me getting ready to go to bed. It's nap time encroaching upon over here. It's been live for 3 hours now. We did an hour and 15 minutes of sprinting.
That's pretty good. That's way more productive than my streams normally are.
I mean, you're not wrong. Also, I needed some human interaction, so I'm cool with it.
That's fair. I also did too. To be fair, the middle of buttfuck Norway is no way different to the middle of buttfuck Scotland. That is very true. I would assume either way it's different to Australia, so it would be great.
Okay, with the bathtub. I am not a bath person. I fall asleep. Every time I get into a tub, like I'm just out.
I just get bored. I get too restless. I'm like, what am I meant to do? Just sit and think? No thanks. And I'm too scared to take a book because I don't want to drop my book in the water.
I will like 20 seconds in just like fall asleep. I'm not productive. Like there's no washing happening. There's no relaxing. I'm just asleep.
Yeah. Yeah. I get in and like wash and everything. And then I'm just like, all right, I guess I'm done. This $16 Lush bath bomb was a great idea.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
I don't even have a tub in my house, so.
We do, but it's small.
We built our house and we don't use them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. If you don't use it, there's no point. I want to get like a giant one though in my ensuite when I can afford to do renovations. Because that would be amazing. Oh my god, no, I can't. I'm that dumb bitch that would just drop everything in the water.
You need one of those like tray things to sit over top.
I have one.
It.
And I'm too nervous. I'm like, I don't trust it. I'll hit it with my legs or something is gonna happen and everything's gonna end up in the water.
Just gonna clean all this.
I get all the ones with no glitter because I am allergic to citrus, and all the ones with citrus have glitter, and all the ones with no citrus don't have glitter.
What the heck?
It's just something I've noticed. Yeah. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's usually how it works. What the opera bathtub sculpted in marble?
It's a bit excessive.
I mean, that would be good though.
Fair enough.
It'd be comfy, at least. Snug.
Anything that you need to promote and or remind the whole 15 people that are watching us of before we run away?
The Worldwide Write-a-thon is next weekend, and I am streaming with Steve and Sam and Sage for chats at 3 a.m. EST.
Yes, that is correct.
Yes. 3 a.m. chats with me. I have an Instagram you can follow. I have a YouTube channel I barely post on. But eventually there'll probably be an angry rant review of this book on there. So that'll be fun.
Exactly.
And maybe streams at some
right,
point.
Michael. It became a party. You're not wrong. Way to talk about cute boys and weapons.
Oh my God. I'm going to go save a bunch of photos of Logan Lerman and set them as my screensaver or something.
Oh, poor Dan. Who is this guy?
Oh, who knows?
Leave random pictures of him all around the house.
Yeah, just like, dye your hair brown, damn it.
Put like tape pictures of him to like the plates in the cabinet. He'll like pull out a plate for dinner. There's like a picture of Logan Lerman on it. Like, what the fuck, man? That would be a fun time.
He's like, I get it. You don't like raggers. God damn it.
Okay, that's all I have.
Poor Dan.
Wait.
I think it technically is, but I'm on like, isn't it when the thing switches, the daylight savings switches?
Okay. Tash, you're at 3, but yours is a sprint, and M's is a chat.
Oh, so it is at the same time.
Same time, but they're 2 different things.
Yeah. Maybe in the chat we'll be watching the sprints.
Yeah, Tash is a sprint, Emily's is a chat.
I feel like this is,
and they're both at 3. Sam is the queen of this whole entire thing. I want you guys to know. The last Worldwide Write-a-thon, it was Natalie, and this time it's Sam. So, like, there's always someone that is, like, just holding me up because I'm a failure.
I don't think so. Everyone needs help. This is a pretty big thing to organize by yourself. Like,
it's just like 140 people or something crazy. I don't know.
Oh my God. I can't believe how big it is. Like, I remember the first year where it was like, I might need people to like double up on streams, blah, blah, blah. And we were like, that's fine. And now it's just like, there's so many people. It's great.
Okay, for reals. Peace out. See y'all next weekend for the Worldwide Write-a-thon.